Whenever you need to go back into your feminine energy, live by the 3 R's: being rested, being receptive, and being relaxed. Because that way, when you're creating from your mind masculine energy, you're allowing that creation to come in effortlessly because you are in your feminine energy. You are relaxed, you're rested, you're receptive. Hi guys, my name is Erica Hannah, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I felt called to talking about how I healed my masculine and feminine energies and have been able to reside in my feminine energy for most of my daily life. For context, I come from a background where independent woman was a big thing. My great-grandmother and my grandmother came from Cuba to Miami. When they came to Miami, it was just like a hard-working mentality. You have to be independent, you cannot rely on men, and celebrating the boss babe era and like all that stuff, which, you know what, like everybody has their own paths, but for me, I am a former boss babe myself. When you grow up in a household that you're taught to be in your masculine energy, you're mostly in fight or flight mode. You're gonna be using your mind a lot. You're gonna not be using your intuition as much. You're gonna be coming from a place of do action rather than embody and be, which, listen, we're on earth, so you need both. One of our laws is the law of feminine and masculine energy. What I like to do is make sure that my structure of my life is structured. Like, make sure that the masculine energy in my life is structured and in place. So in my daily life, all I have to do is be in my feminine energy because my structures are in place. I'm not in divine union right now, so I don't have a divine masculine in my life providing for me or structuring my life. So how I'm able to be in my feminine energy for most of my daily life is to have those structures in place pre-planned. So what I do is have automatic payments on all my bills. I'll make sure that I have a structure of my to-do list, what I need to do, a whole template of my expenses, my income. I always do like monthly, weekly, and daily to-do tasks. So then that keeps my life pretty structured. And for the most part, I'm able to reside in my feminine energy for most of my daily life because I have these structures in place. And anytime I'm using too much masculine energy, I kind of step back and I always think about the 3 R's. So I came up with this concept a year ago when I was trying to manifest my apartment, my home, and the universe guided me to really do nothing, to just become an embody. And the way I was able to do that was they gave me this information and they were like, okay, whenever you need to go back into your feminine energy, live by the 3 R's: rest, being rested, being receptive, and being relaxed. Because that way, when you're creating from your mind masculine energy, you're allowing that creation to come in effortlessly because you are in your feminine energy. You are relaxed, you're rested, you're receptive. Sorry, I am like, don't even know where I'm looking at because there's a mirror in my phone thing and then there's a mirror in front of me too. So it's like so confusing. So maybe I'll like move up a little bit. Being rested, being receptive, and being relaxed. Those are the 3 R's I always lean on whenever I need to be centered back into my feminine energy. Again, it's been a hard transition because I grew up being an independent woman. I thought I was gonna have tons of businesses by this age. I thought I was gonna be a boss babe by this age. I literally thought, I even had, like when I was younger, I didn't even think I wanted to get married. I didn't think I wanted kids. I didn't think I wanted to be a mom. And now I'm going through my Saturn return, so it's obviously so different. The main thing I want to do is have a family and not be a boss babe and create from my heart center. You know, that has never changed. I've always wanted to create from my heart center, but whatever. Going back, whenever I feel like my mind is going crazy, aka being in my masculine energy, because masculine energy is your mind. If you think you could solve a problem through your mind, it's not always the best route to take, because if you're mentally solving a problem, you're also mentally tangling yourself in that same problem. Because again, the mind is the masculine energy, the heart is the feminine energy. So if you want to move back into your feminine goddess energy, you want to embody from the inside out. You want to feel that you are it from the inside out, and then you utilize your mind, your mental masculine energy for its benefit by affirming, by believing that it's true, that it is already done. Another way you could embody your goddess energy is moving slowly. I feel like for a long time, even me, I am a fast talker naturally fast walker. I'm a naturally fast eater. I rush through things. Even a couple months ago, I realized how I was even rushing through my beauty routine, rushing through getting ready, rushing through everything. And a lot of the feminine energy is being relaxed, is moving slowly, is doing things slowly. If you look at nature, nature has cycles. Nature moves at its own pace, and it's usually quite slow the way it moves. A flower takes a little while to bloom. Seeds take a while to sprout. Everything has its time and everything has its own motion. And I always catch myself when I'm moving too fast or eating too fast. I'm like, slow it down, Erica. Go back to your goddess energy and slow it down. Another way to lean into your goddess energy is to take the time to do nothing. When you're doing nothing and being bored, you're creating space to allow ideas to emerge, and they're gonna kind of airdrop into your mind like a thought, or they're gonna airdrop into your heart like this need to want to do something. And when you take the time to do nothing, especially if you're doing nothing in nature, you're creating a great amount of space for higher intelligence, the universe, to act through you and to give you these ideas to fulfill your purpose, really. So another thing is beauty rituals. I love doing beauty rituals. It is something I do in the morning. It is something I do at night. It is something I do during the day, whether it's just brushing my hair midday, or I always like to start my morning with a cup of hot water and lemon, make sure I'm taking my supplements, eating right, eating whole foods. I see my face in the morning. It's a really big thing for me, having the structure of my skincare routine and my bathing routine. I like to dry brush a couple times a week, and every time I get out of the shower, I'm always putting oil on my body, and then I always do red light therapy at night. It is a must. So also, my favorite thing ever, because you guys know I'm a fashion girly, is dressing more feminine. That is a big thing, because what you wear determines how you feel. Again, how you look like determines how you feel. So you want to always be wearing something that just feels good to you and natural to you. I realize the more I wear skirts and flowy outfits and things with movement, and pretty drapes, I feel more feminine. My Venus sign is in Taurus, and this definitely goes hand in hand with the Taurus energy. So I suggest you looking at your Venus sign and seeing what way you should be embodying. I'm not saying to copy somebody else's style or copy the style of the Taurus Venus, because I don't do that. I definitely put my own twist on it, but Taurus is just the naturally feminine sign. It is about luxury and feeling good. So I always wear nice fabrics. I'm always wearing just things that accentuate my body in the best way for me. I have a pear-shaped body until I get my boobies done. And then I have an hourglass body. I always like to wear things that accentuate my curves and hug me in all the right spaces. Also, color theory and color analysis is a huge thing also for embodying just your most beautiful self. I think it goes hand in hand with dressing and embodying your Venus sign and your feminine energy. I didn't get a professional color analysis done, but I just did it on the internet, and I think you can kind of just figure it out, and you can just try it on yourself too. Just be playful of what you're wearing and try different colors and see what looks good on you, what doesn't. The last thing I want to talk about is mindfulness, having faith, and just feeling that you're safe in this world. I come from a line of a lot of trauma. I think that's why I was also so hyper fixated on being in my masculine energy without identifying it as that. And faith is feminine energy. When you believe in something that isn't physically seen, but you feel it in your heart and your soul, that is feminine energy. Whenever you catch yourself going back to your mind space, just know that you're going back to your masculine energy. So what we could do from that point is to practice our faith and practice our breath and our connection to God. You know, have more faith or whatever you want to believe in, the universe, you know, whatever your faith is. For me, I built that by always, you know, practicing prayer out loud, for not every night, but whenever I do remember to do it, I always say my thank yous for the day, what was the highlight, even if it's so small, like just being grateful for, even if it was a hard day, you know, being grateful that you're able to feel the emotion of maybe the anger and the pain, even if it's uncomfortable. Knowing that as you feel it, you're moving that energy out of your body and you're creating space for new energy to come in. I think a lot of the times, especially on earth, it's so frowned upon to feel anger and to feel hurt and to feel like pain, and it's a negative feeling. You shouldn't feel negative. But in the reality, it's on the spectrum of all emotions. You know, if we were meant to feel it, we wouldn't feel it. So if it's better in the long run if we feel it right there and then, process it and let it go, so then we can make space for that new emotions and energy to come through. You know, and usually it's going to be one that feels better because you're creating space through feeling it and letting it go. So that's also mindfulness. I think just, you know, perspective, seeing things like your glass half full instead of half empty is really important, especially when you're on earth, because it does get hard, it does get tough, it does get lonely, it does, especially if you're walking this path. You know, if you're watching this video, you're walking the path of filling this earth with more light and more authenticity and embodying the energy of love and unity, true love and unity. So the path gets tiring and you want to give up and you want to, I mean, there's plenty of times that I'm like, God, take me back home, wherever that is. I'm ready. I don't want to be here anymore. This is hard. And I know I came here to feel these emotions, and I know I'm a strong soldier, but I don't want to be a strong soldier anymore. I just want to be a little fairy, a light beam in the freaking sky. But then I also know that I'm here for a reason, and I get grounded in that gratitude, and everything has its time. Everything has its way. Everything has its purpose. Everything has its purpose. So yeah. Anyways, I feel like I talked for a long time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love talking about this stuff. Feminine energy is something that I feel always guided to talk about, especially the more I embody it, the more I've healed it, the more I connect to women. I mean, just connecting with women and helping them remember their power is definitely part of my purpose. And women and children, it's just something that heals my heart. So I love you, and I'll see you guys next time.